Fire is a powerful force in our world. It can give us warmth and help us cook our food. Many industries use fire to make products we use daily, but fire can also be very dangerous if not controlled. A small flame can quickly grow into a big destructive fire. Understanding fire safety is crucial for everyone, not just firefighters. It can protect our homes, workplaces, and lives. Learning about fire safety is not difficult. It involves knowing simple facts and what to do if a fire starts. These are things even young children can learn. When we know about fire, we are less likely to start a dangerous fire by accident. We also become better prepared to act quickly if we see a fire. This knowledge can make a huge difference. It can be the difference between a small incident and a large disaster. Every day, people face risks from fire, often without realizing it. Cooking in the kitchen is a common activity but also a leading cause of house fires. By learning about these risks, we can take simple steps to reduce them. Remember, fire safety is everyone's responsibility. To understand fire safety, we first need to understand fire itself. Scientists and firefighters often talk about the fire triangle. This is a simple way to remember the three things a fire must have to start and keep burning. Imagine a triangle with three sides: heat, fuel, and oxygen. If any one of these is missing, a fire cannot start. If a fire is already burning and we take away one of these, the fire will go out. Heat is the energy that makes things hot. Fuel is any material that can burn. Oxygen is a gas in the air we breathe. These three things must come together for a fire to ignite. The fire triangle shows us how these elements depend on each other. To prevent a fire, we try to keep these elements separate. For example, we keep heat sources away from things that can burn easily. To put out a fire, we try to remove one or more sides of the triangle. We might pour water on the fire to cool it down, or cover it to cut off its air supply. Understanding the fire triangle is key to preventing and putting out fires. Heat is the first essential side of the fire triangle. For a fire to start, a fuel source must be heated to its ignition temperature. Different materials have different ignition temperatures. Sources of heat are all around us in our daily lives. Some are obvious, like a lit match or stove burners. Other sources might be less obvious but just as dangerous, like electrical equipment. Sparks from welding or grinding metal can easily ignite flammable materials. Even sunlight, when focused through glass, can start a fire. Preventing fires often involves controlling heat sources. This means using heating appliances safely and ensuring electrical wiring is in good condition. By managing and controlling sources of heat, we remove one side of the fire triangle. The second side of the fire triangle is fuel. Fuel is any substance that can burn. Fuels can exist in three states: solid, liquid, or gas. Solid fuels include wood, paper, and plastics. Liquid fuels include gasoline and cooking oils. Gaseous fuels include natural gas and propane. Understanding the types of fuels and how they behave when they burn is important for fire safety. This helps us store and handle them safely. The third side of the fire triangle is oxygen. Oxygen is a gas present in the air around us. Fire needs oxygen to burn. Without enough oxygen, a fire will suffocate and go out. Smothering is a common firefighting technique that removes oxygen. For example, putting a lid on a burning pan cuts off the oxygen supply. Fire extinguishers like carbon dioxide, CO2, work by displacing the oxygen around the fire. By controlling the oxygen element, we gain another tool in managing the risk of fire. Different types of materials burn in different ways. Fires are grouped into classes: Class A, B, and C. Class A fires involve ordinary combustible materials like wood and paper. Water is effective for Class A fires. Class B fires involve flammable liquids like gasoline and oil. Water can be dangerous for Class B fires. Class C fires involve energized electrical equipment. Water should never be used on Class C fires. Extinguishing agents for Class C fires must be non-conductive. Knowing the class of a fire is important for using the right extinguisher. Beyond Class A, B, and C fires, there are specialized types. Class D fires involve combustible metals like magnesium and titanium. Special dry powder extinguishing agents are used for Class D fires. Class E fires involve electrical equipment. Class F fires involve cooking oils and fats in commercial kitchens. Special wet chemical extinguishers are designed for Class F fires. Understanding these classes is important for fire safety in specific environments. Once a fire has started, our goal is to extinguish it quickly and safely. We use our understanding of the fire triangle to do this. There are 4 main methods: cooling, smothering, starving, and interrupting the chemical chain reaction. Cooling removes heat from the fire triangle. Water is the most common cooling agent. Smothering removes oxygen from the fire triangle. Covering a fire with a blanket or using CO2 extinguishers are examples. Starving removes the fuel source. This can be done by creating a fire break or turning off a gas supply. Interrupting the chemical chain reaction stops the fire from continuing to burn. Dry chemical extinguishers work by interfering with the chemical reaction. These methods target different sides of the fire triangle. Cooling is effective for Class A fires. Smothering is effective for Class B and C fires. Starving is effective for all types of fires. Interrupting the chemical chain reaction is effective for Class A, B, and C fires. Knowing these methods helps us extinguish fires safely. By using the right method, we can control and stop the spread of a fire. Preventing a fire from starting is always better than fighting one. Most fires are preventable with simple safety rules and good habits. Install and maintain smoke alarms. Smoke alarms detect fires in their early stages. Have smoke alarms on every level of your home. Test your smoke alarms every month. Change the batteries at least once a year. Practice a home fire escape plan. Be careful in the kitchen. Never leave cooking unattended. Keep flammable items away from the stovetop. Be cautious with electrical appliances. Don't overload electrical outlets. Regularly check cords for damage. Know how to use a fire extinguisher. Remember the PASS technique. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Only fight a small contained fire if you have a clear escape route. By taking these precautions, you can reduce the risk of fire and be prepared to act safely. In an emergency, every second counts. Do you know how to use a fire extinguisher? If not, don't worry. Today, I'm going to walk you through a complete fire extinguisher training. Whether you're at home, work, or school, this guide could save lives. Let's get started. A fire extinguisher is a handheld device used to control small fires in emergency situations. It's not meant for massive or out-of-control fires, but for initial flames. It can be a lifesaver. Class A, for wood, paper, cloth. Class B, for flammable liquids like gasoline. Class C, for electrical fires. Class D, for flammable metals, industrial. Class K, for cooking oils and fats, kitchens. Let's break down the parts of a typical fire extinguisher so you're familiar when you grab one. Handle, trigger, safety pin and seal, pressure gauge, hose or nozzle, label with class info. Before grabbing an extinguisher, check these 3 things. Is the fire small and contained? Is there a clear exit behind you? Have you called emergency services? If the fire is spreading fast, leave immediately and call for help. Never risk your life. Here's the easy-to-remember PASS technique. P, pull the pin. A, aim low at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the handle. S, sweep side to side. Always aim at the base, never the flames. Aiming too high, standing too close, turning your back to the fire. Forgetting to test the extinguisher first. Always test it quickly to make sure it works. Fires can reignite, so monitor the area afterward. Fire extinguishers need monthly inspections. Look for gauge in the green zone. No rust, leaks, or damage. Clear labels and access. Annual professional inspection. Place extinguishers where fires are likely to start. Kitchen, garage, or workshop. Near exits, commercial spaces, following OSHA guidelines. Max travel distance should be around 75 feet. Now you know what type to use, when to act, and how to use it safely. A fire extinguisher is a first step, not the only solution. Stay alert, stay trained, and stay safe. Like this video, subscribe for more safety tips, and share this with friends and coworkers. It might just save a life.